Today is July 8th, 2015, currently 9:54 p.m., and in front of you is a near mint condition Dell Inspiron laptop, H series. So yesterday, I went to the day before yesterday on the 6th, I went to the local thrift shop which I frequent, and funny side story. So I came over there and I was looking at the software. There wasn't really anything interesting. And I looked at where they have their TVs and toasters, and they had a Dell Optiplex GX something, but they wanted like $23 for it, and it was a Pentium 4, so too much money. So I went over to the shelf that they usually have their laptops, and I noticed that there was a pile of laptops that are all a little bit, let's say, well used. And what caught my eye was there were two Apple laptops. They were both PowerPC. There was a G4 aluminum, 1.5 gigahertz, and then there was a titanium G4, 800 megahertz. And I was looking at those, and I noticed immediately that the aluminum G4 had been completely smashed to bits. The top cover was ripped off from its hinges, and the titanium book had a bent corner, and the bottom of it was as if it had fallen at an angle and then slid. So I was picking through the pile of debris and laptops, and there were several other laptops, but I was noticing with the price, for example, the Apple laptop, presumably before it broke, they wanted $10 for it, and it was marked down to $2 for parts. The titanium book, which fell but didn't really fall apart, they wanted $8, it was marked down to $2. Then the remainders of the laptops were all price decreased. So I'm assuming that the stack either fell from the shelf, or when they were moving it out it fell, or it fell from a pallet. Either way, this laptop here, which is the Dell Latitude, not Inspiron, Latitude CP series. You can already see the sticker. The Dell Latitude CP X something was originally $10.50, and I paid a staggering total of $195 because it was 4 parts. But when you look at the actual unit, it is in absolutely perfect condition. That there are no scratches whatsoever on the palm rest. The space bar isn't silver or glossy at all, except at the right angle, like here there's a slight bit of wearing, but that's actually a shadow. But it's in perfect condition. The labels are still there. It has a Pentium 3, 500 megahertz. The only thing that's bad is that the battery is dead, completely dead. And the CMOS battery is dead, but I need to replace that. But besides that, and then there's some goo on the corner, presumably from their old label. But besides that, it works perfectly. So let's power it on. Okay, the connector might be loose. Okay, so now, the reason why I know that there's something wrong with the battery is because the battery goes from green to flashing orange, which means that there's a fault with the battery. If you press on, and when it does its self-test, it actually beeps a total of 5 times. So it has the original install of Windows 98. Let's go and do beep, something about CMOS settings, because it got unplugged. And then it goes through a total of several beeps. There's the first one, because it has to do diagnostics. I don't know if that's because the battery's dead, well, both the batteries are dead. And then for some reason, I have this antivirus. And I don't know if it's for Norton, but it scans the entire hard drive, supposedly. And it does the speaker test, the popping and crackling. And it finally boots to the desktop. I cannot for the life of me figure out what... Is that a lamppost or something? I don't know what that cursor is. Looks like a lamppost emitting light. And there's the hourglass, but it doesn't make sense. Can anyone tell me? Okay, yeah, it's because the battery got unplugged. Go over to no. Basically saying, hey, your computer crashed when it went to standby. Which is a lie, but whatever. So, here is the default install. Okay, well, default OEM install plus all the crap he had. So if we go over a bunch of expenses, this is a business laptop for a medical facility. But I guess he was an MRI technician. That's about it. I'm not going to go over like the personal files because I need to delete those. This is like a picture of like playing soccer or something. Yeah, there it is. There's a little tiny mouse cursor. And as soon as it's there, it goes away. And then what else is interesting is it has a track point that isn't worn at all. It has a little bit of grip, but it feels perfect, and it works. I need to locate the mouse. Okay. So the track point it's like as I'm moving it around, as you can see, the mouse cursor is moving, and it has individual click left and right clicking for the track point. Then you have the standard trackpad, which features tap to click, which is actually really interesting, but it doesn't have multi-touch, and it has the click buttons for that. And the latch is still in working condition. The latch, which is on the top, the latch still works for the lid. What else? Oh yeah, this didn't come with the floppy disk installation, like the floppy disk device, but it has a DVD reader installed in it. I don't know if you can focus on that. So even I can't see that at my angle. But yeah, if you... There we are. Yeah, so it has DVD. And it can play a movie. I've played movies on this. Even though it's a 500 megahertz processor. And the resolution can go up to... I don't know if it's because it has a display out, but for some reason it has like a really insane screen resolution setting. I don't know if it's... So it says there's dual dual monitors. It claims that it has a ATI Rage Mobility M1 AGP. And this guy can go up to 1024 by 768. That's the display panel. And it can go up to a color depth of true color 32-bit. But I find that some programs don't want to work in 32-bit, so I have to set it to 16-bit. And so it features a Pentium 3 clocked at 500 megahertz. And it has 256 megabytes of RAM. Yeah, it's registered to Varian Medical Systems. I never heard of that. I guess it's local. Or they closed down. Because the last time this laptop was used was in 2001. The last... This is going to be weird, but the last file that was modified on this was a text document, and it was modified on September 15th, 2001. And then for some reason it has networking stuff, but I got this on the 6th, and this originally would connect to their network and sync files. And the last time it claims this was connected via the internet was July 3rd. And I bought it on the 6th, so that doesn't really make sense. This is more of just a quick overview of it. And if we go over to DirectX Dialog, which is the DirectX Diagnostics, that's what the DIAG stands for. Did it load yet? Yes. No, it didn't. Okay, so it's thinking about loading. Will it load? Okay, there we go. So it has Pentium 3, 500 megahertz, 256 megabytes of RAM. It says August 16th, 2000, but I changed it. And actually, the CMOS battery died recently, so when that date was recorded, it was actually accurate that it was July 3rd, 2015 when it connected at whatever point. So once this stops lagging, we can go over to the display option and show how much video RAM is in this. While I wait for that, I'm going to go over something I recently got. So this keyboard here, as you can tell, is different. It is mechanical. And besides having the shift key a little bit wobbly because it broke, everything else seems to work perfectly. This has maxi switches, M-A-X-I, mechanical switches. And if we pop one of the keycaps, one of the keys off, this doesn't have keycaps. But if you pop one of the keys off, can take a look and see. Let's just take 2 of them off. You can see the switches down there. It's really dirty because I need to clean it out, but I believe it is a mechanical spring-based switching mechanism. So I got this for $20, free shipping, and oh no, I've lost control. Okay, yeah. So this was $20, and it is hooked up to my Windows 98 beige box, which is running fine. And put that back. Oh, okay. Now it's loaded up. So over display, we have 8 megabytes of video RAM, and this chipset is based off the Rage Pro 128, and it surprisingly can play Quake 2 at 1024 by 768 at high settings. But I will go and show that off later, because I just wanted this to be a little overview video of it. So, this has been Zesty Panda with another video. If you like this, thumbs up. Like, subscribe, thumbs up, share, comment. If you didn't like it, thumbs down, or have any suggestions, leave them in the comments. I'm going to be doing another video on this. As you can see, I've cleaned my room, so it's a lot, well, cleaner. So yeah, it's a lot cleaner, and everything's nice and organized. And so yeah, here's my game collection. I don't know if anyone's really seen that. Come over here, and my clothes for work, and my chair, my bed, my laptop. Pretty much everything you expect to see in a room, I guess. Organized the focus. Organized the cables up there. And that's about it.